Are we rocking and rolling though?
Yeah. We're recording on our end.
Sweet.
Dude, I think I know how to do it then.
Are we starting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned. Yeah, I think I can.
And I didn't close out of that thing, so I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, just send it. Yeah. All right, sweet. I figured out how to record 2 tracks and you guys.
Hold for applause.
We would do it with our soundboard if we had it, but
damn it.
Yeah, it's gone.
Well, I think we have it.
Are you guys recording?
Yep, we're recording.
There?
This podcast has begun.
I don't have you guys on there.
This podcast is recording.
This podcast is, I hate to say, begun.
Sounds like we're completely recording over here.
Sounds like we're completely doing the podcast.
I just got done doing
full-blown recording.
A podcast, so I'm double deckering.
You're going
podcast right now.
You're going back to back pod.
You're gonna run out of steam, Clay. You're like a starting pitcher. You know, you can't have them back-to-back games like that.
I'm doing the circuit.
And he's got like 2 hours of sleep, 3 maybe.
Yeah, and a full day's work, dude. It was
Why are
just
you
slow
not
at
getting
work
any
today.
sleep?
Well, he went out and then had to work. He had to work a morning today.
Yeah.
Which I woke up very worried about you because I went to bed at like midnight, and then I heard you coming home at like
6 a.m.
and I was like, I don't know if he has work, and then I woke up at around 9 a.m. or whatever 10, and you were gone, and I was like, my brother.
I clocked in at 9:24 today, baby.
Dude, that's incredible.
I know.
And he's got the Modelo now. He's just the party never ends for Clay.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, I told one of the cooks at work that I only got 2 hours of sleep, and he says, "You're gonna die."
Yeah, that's a good
like,
narration point to be like,
yes.
It was at this point the party ended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I have a heart attack or
on pod.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty good though. That's pretty crazy. I would be so dead if I were you.
Work was super easy today. I've been just kind of chilling mostly. Like literally the only thing that I'm having trouble with right now is my knees hurt and my ankles are swollen.
Is it because of the lift we did Friday night?
Maybe a little bit of that, but also because I haven't been like laying down or like not walking consistently.
You're always on your feet.
Yeah, on my days off, I like to lay down for a long time.
Yeah, I did a lot of relaxing Saturday.
You can do yoga with that. I think you just breathe out like heavy, and then you're like, this counts as yoga, and now I'm being healthy actually. So
as soon as I try to sit up, I'm like, that was a stretch.
You sit up like all of our dads do when they've been laying down, just like,
dude, I
you're about to have a stroke in their stomach somehow.
You're the youngest man on this podcast, but you'll
be the
your
first
body
to go,
is the
Clay.
combined age of all of us.
You got to see this. But me and Clay went to the roof to have some beers, and Clay had a friend in town, and we're on the roof having some beers Friday night, and Clay. So when Clay gets enough drinks in him, he starts talking about his old dancing days.
I
like
he starts calling
about
himself the Clay Torres. Starts talking about his dancing days.
Clay's talking about how he's like can do what's the lift called?
It's the lift from Dirty Dancing.
And then so we gave it a few tries. Look at that.
Holy shit! How has this not been on the internet?
Yeah.
How is this not on the internet?
Tommy, why
I'm surprised you haven't posted it
Why
yet,
are you
honestly.
shirtless, bro?
That's gonna be
because
the still at the end of one of Tommy's sketches for sure. It's gonna end on that, and he's gonna have some music playing over it.
I've had
the time of my life, dude. Yeah, I took my shirt off because I was getting hot because we gave it a few tries.
All right, yeah. For the listeners, the image that Tommy is showing it's impressive.
Maybe we can just put it right here.
Yeah, it'll be on the YouTube. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Go watch the YouTube.
Yeah,
or
go watch
maybe go
the
check.
YouTube.
It'll probably be on Twitter already. Maybe you're getting first looks, first hears.
Yeah. Get on the YouTube.
The We Cool podcast, which by the way, welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a podcast where we apologize for things, we demand apologies, and we read anonymous listener apologies.
And by the way, right up top, I'd like to announce we now have an active call-in line. Okay, so People are going to be able to call in.
And you can call in and call people out, baby. That's the tagline.
Let me pull up.
Are you going to be posting about it so people know they can call? Or
No, we don't. The whole thing about this podcast is
it's all word of mouth.
Almost no posting.
Yeah.
No posting, no work involved.
That's homegrown for real.
So
We've
here
hit
it
a
is.
real wall lately.
So here it
doesn't
is.
make
And
sense.
I don't know. We keep getting more listeners, and I'm just like, that's insane.
Yeah, you told me how many listeners you guys get, like, on average, and I was like, that's more than we got.
Nah, it's about the
Surprising.
same.
Yeah, it's like around
It's
the
about-
same,
it's about
a
the
little
same.
bit more.
Okay.
Clay,
I was hyped on
unfortunately,
that.
you can't be on the podcast anymore.
Yeah,
given
dude.
given
Unfortunately,
new information.
the power dynamic has shifted, and we are about to gatekeep this podcast from you.
Yeah, I'm trying to steal your guys' listeners. That's why I'm here. I'm like, hey, you guys think I'm
Yeah.
okay on this?
Yeah. Not
Wait
just
till you hear me be evil.
that's the reason you're on the podcast, not because you live with Tommy and you're already drunk and you're like, all right, yeah, I could be on the podcast.
Tommy's like, well, I'm not going to not have him on the
Clay's home, and I'm
podcast.
Clay's home, and I'm just like, oh, sick, dude. Fucking.
You want to do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not home ever.
You're like,
Yeah,
there's
you're
another
out,
there's another podcaster in the apartment with me.
Yeah.
Strap on in,
Well,
brother.
I always go on their podcast. I'm like always coming back from like a show, and I'm like drunk, and so like the last like 3 episodes, I'm like. Just like it's like 1 a.m, and I'm like on their podcast,
Yeah.
just talking nonsense.
Did we say it's Clay Parks on the podcast? I don't even know if we
did
introed
not.
you.
I don't know.
Clay
Yeah.
Parks
Yeah,
of
Clay Parks.
Who Up fame, bitch respecter,
Yeah.
former FKA
For-
bitch respecter.
Yeah, formerly,
Yeah.
currently, hand job.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Clay.
I hate finding. It's so hard for me to find you sometimes.
If Elon Musk ever gets his head out of his ass and lets me have bitch respecter back, I'm gonna change that to hand job, deactivate it, and then change my new account to bitch respecter.
Swag.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Clay, but don't hold your breath on Elon pulling his head out of his ass. Okay, all
Hey,
right.
pal.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Just
I don't know.
I'm not one to hold my breath unless I'm going underwater.
Unless I'm going down
What
on
are some
somebody.
yeah,
I
what are
hold my breath the whole time
I'm
I go
going down
on
on
people.
pussy underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
It's
like,
like underwater welding
you're
some
like,
pussy.
lean back, babe. This is gonna be sick.
Then you immediately lose
This
all of
is
your
gonna
air
be
supply.
sick.
Yeah, I take the oxygen mask off.
Well, you
Yeah.
can breathe. Their pussy kind of acts as a snorkel because you
Yeah.
have one
Back
lung
in
reaching
ancient
to
times,
the top.
in ancient times, men would take
Yeah.
women with them to go.
Men take woman down into
they would
water
take a woman-
to breathe for long
yeah, and
distance
they
of
would
time.
put the pussy over their entire face, and that's
Why
how
don't
they
you
would.
put the pussy over your face?
That's
and-
how they used to free dive for calamari back in the day.
I'm going to be honest, I have been thinking about this for a little bit. Just
Yeah.
what if you blew into a pussy and then could you make a queef that way?
Yes.
No, I think the woman would explode.
Could you make a queef? No, what you would do is
You
you would
make
blow
them
her up to a
bloated.
certain point, and then she would shoot around the room like a balloon.
yeah. Yeah, like an old Airhead commercial.
I just think it'd be funny to sit on her stomach and
sucks.
make her sound like a whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
If you do that, you got to make sure the fan isn't going.
Yeah,
You don't want the fan going
Yeah.
after you blow in a woman's pussy.
Yeah, welcome to the We Cool podcast. We're all almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 31, brother.
Dude, honestly, not having the soundboard with the music cue, I think, has made us a lot more unprofessional.
Yeah, dude.
I
that's-
think.
I
You think
that's
taking away our Looney Tunes noises?
Yeah, I have to shit my pants right now. I'm like,
Do you?
I'm gonna have to
Do you-
leave in a little bit.
Do you
here.
really?
Well,
Like all
yeah,
the way?
if you gotta go.
It's an
I don't want to
emergency?
miss any of this.
You
That's
don't
why
want to
we
miss
need,
the good stuff.
we need wireless microphones
So you
so that I can go take a shit. And still,
Right.
No, Ryan,
Still
call
chime in.
Grant right now, and then use.
No,
Grant.
here's the thing. If we
have your
had the
phone hooked
soundboard, we could absolutely do
Yeah.
that. These
Fuck,
fuckers.
Can we hook it
Genius.
up? Can Ryan call me? Is Claire,
We would have to do some.
some magic.
We would have to take.
We would have to do something
we're not
a
capable
You're gonna
of.
have to hire a
some magic.
contractor to get that going out there.
Ryan,
Um,
just call me regardless, and I'll put you on my mic.
It'd be funny.
You
if
need to go to the bathroom.
I'm about to.
I don't think anybody's ever done this before. Podcasting
Ryan
from
and
the
I
toilet.
could both race and see who can shit faster.
I bet it'll be you. But honestly, I've been making smoothies lately. I got a blender. So I've been making a fuck ton of smoothies lately. So I think I've got fiber now.
We were telling
Nice.
Ryan the other night that you got to be careful with smoothies because they're not as healthy as you
It's a
think
myth.
they are.
That's a myth. I looked it up. They are.
But
Yeah.
it's just a lot of sugar.
But
What do you
eat
put
that
in your
many.
smoothies?
I'm doing strawberries, blueberries, a banana, and then I just started throwing some spinach and chia seeds in there too.
Oh,
and then
nice,
you
nice.
do either milk or oat milk or yogurt, whatever you want to do. Some ice
Yeah.
and it's
Oat milk will give you tits.
It's like
so.
you. It's
Well,
like
really?
you. And,
Yeah.
What? No way.
Yes, sir. Yep. I'm on that. I'm on that side of culture now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
yeah.
Ryan,
tell my girlfriend we have to make separate smoothies where I drink 2% and hers is just all oat milk. Like,
She's got like 6 titties
Dude,
by the end of the
we
year.
were on a date last night and I was like a little bit drunk and I was just like I was like trying to be funny and I was like, your tits look very big tonight. And she was mad at me. I was like, all right, but that's a
What?
funny
She
compliment.
was mad?
She wasn't
Yeah.
like genuinely mad. She was just like,
Don't say that.
She was just like-
Don't talk like
yeah,
that
she was
to
like,
me.
what is wrong with you? And it's like,
yeah.
they do look big tonight. It's like the
Ryan,
moon.
if I was
My
your
girlfriend's titties-
girlfriend,
My girlfriend's titties like the moon for real, though.
yeah.
Sometimes it looks
they have
bigger.
phases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go into that. I don't want to talk about
Get
women
into
like that.
it.
I was just gonna say, just like the moon, women also have phases through the month,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and based on those phases, their boobs get bigger or smaller.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if they're closer, if I remember correctly, I
And
could be.
you invented this concept.
Yeah. I
This is
invented
phrenology.
women.
This is
Yeah.
phrenology for tits.
This is
Yeah,
claynology.
this is titology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, no. The closer to their time
What
of the
about
month,
what
the
about
bigger
that
they are.
for children hooked on phrenology?
Got my
It's
third
a
grader.
cockazoid.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me started
Do you,
on
wait,
skull
do you think
shapes,
this? Do you
bro.
think this shit's gonna go off any minute now? Their call.
What?
Do you
Oh,
think
well, I was going. I think it was just a period of gas. I will probably have to go at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How fast do you think you can shit?
Mm,
Like how? What do you think that like if it's you in a batting cage?
comfortably, like until I'm like, all right, yep, that's everything.
You're on the speed. You're on the speedometer. You in a
If I'm,
batting
like-
cage.
If I'm like
what,
in a rush,
what are they clocking your? What are they clocking that dookie out?
if I'm in a rush, I could do a sub 30-second shit and
Yeah.
wipe.
Hell yeah.
You know, if I like need to, but I'm not gonna feel comfortable, and I'm gonna question it the rest of the day.
If you gave it an MPH though, miles per hour, what are we talking?
Dude, sometimes it comes fast. Sometimes it comes out real fast.
Do you think
Sometimes
you
it
can shit
feels
faster
like-
than 23 miles per hour?
Yeah. Sometimes it
Easy.
feels like somebody's popping a water balloon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy when that
well,
one happens.
gravity's a constant of 32 feet per second squared.
That's why I
So-
shit. That's why I shit horizontally. I shit into a drain pipe that sticks out of the wall because I don't want gravity slowing me down.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
gravity getting in the way of your speed of your record.
That's also why I won't come on top of my girlfriend either,
What?
because I don't want gravity controlling how fast it's going. That was disgusting. I apologize. for that, actually.
but it was really funny.
It was disgusting. As soon as I said that, I was like, fuck, my mom listens to this.
Okay.
She needs.
Wait, that's what you think is over the line for your mom to hear?
Yeah, talking about fucking my girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant shitting into a drain pipe.
No.
Yeah.
That one
into
was-
a drain
That
pipe
was
is
gross,
fine.
but I feel like that was a clever twist on an
Very
old
clever.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'm just saying. I think you've talked about having sex with your dad like many times. So it's
Yeah, but
crazy.
I'm not
And
actually.
you talk about your dad having sex with your mom. And
Are you actually having sex with your girlfriend?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Mm,
Right now, dude.
it's real.
Listen, as far as I know.
Go on YouTube.
yeah, check the YouTube.
But yeah, I'm not fucking my dad, so I don't feel bad about that. That's like
That's
just
nice,
being
dude.
silly.
Good for you.
You know. Are you having sex with my dad?
No, I'm not doing that at all.
Hey,
but
you gotta
I'm
tell
glad
us.
you're not either.
You got to
Yeah.
tell us if
I'm
either one of
gonna
you
s-
are
I'm
having
a
sex
lady,
with Ryan's
a lady,
dad.
a
He's
beautiful
such an-
lady. Never
He's such an
tells.
honorary guy. I could never imagine. I couldn't.
Oh, I could
having sex
imagine.
with him. What that
I
would
can
even
get
be
there
like.
mentally.
How do you even get a guy like that in the mood? You're just like, you did such a good job fixing that thing that wasn't broke that you got mad at, and it took 4 weeks. You did such a good job, Terry.
He's
I
getting
feel like
all,
you
he's
can't
getting all
word it
hot
like
and
that.
bothered.
I think my
Yeah,
mom
that's
got
not
a,
how you get Terry in the
My
mood.
mom
You know,
got-
you know
My-
nothing of getting your dad horny.
my mom got her hysterectomy. I don't even think she needed it. I think she was just like, this is over, dude. Just go be mad. Go be mad at the garage. Go be mad at the dog.
Dude,
Yeah.
old guys love being mad at dogs.
Oh,
bro.
dude, I was
It's
talking to him.
such a classic old guy
Did I
move.
send you guys that clip when I was trying to shoot that? I was trying to shoot a sketch and like part of it was like when I was headlining the Plus, and I was calling my dad and like giving him the good news. And I was like, all right, you just got to act like, this doesn't matter. So I shouldn't have even told him, like, it was anything. Just let him react normally. And, like, the last 10 seconds, I'm like, yeah, I'm, like, headlining, and he's just like, oh, okay. And then he's like, Bernie, get down from there. God damn. And he's like, God damn, I'll call you back. Right? It's ridiculous.
He can't get through one line read without screaming at some
At the dog.
At
That's
a
named
dog.
At her dog that's named after Bernie Sanders.
Is it really?
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, because I named him, and I named him after Bernie Sanders. But we've always had dogs with B names. We had Biff, Bubba, and Bernie.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bernie's a good dog name.
It
too.
is.
It's like
It is a good dog
Yeah.
name.
Do you call him Bernard?
no, just Bernie.
Mm.
Hey, being a guy named Bernie is also a good dog name. I don't know what I was trying to say.
But like you're
I
my
was gonna
dog.
make I was just trying to make a comment about politics and how they're running Bernie Sanders like a dog right now.
Yeah. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Clay has gotten 2 hours of sleep,
Yeah. He's doing good.
and he's double potting up.
His ankles are wrapped in like Ryan said, like a
Yeah.
pitcher. His ankles are wrapped up in ice and saran wrap. And
We just need him for the fourth quarter. One more pitch, man.
Yeah. Clay just
yeah,
sleeps.
the fourth quarter of the baseball game. One more pitch.
Clay sleeps in just a cardboard box with styrofoam in it.
Well, I wake him up every morning because Clay can't. I'm gonna demand an apology from you.
Yeah, no.
And Cave.
Yeah,
Because we're having a roommate alarm situation. But
I apologize.
Grant, I saw you were looking at your phone earlier, so maybe we can put a pin on that if you want to get to something.
No. I was just we can do the anonymous apology in a second here. You go for it. I like where we're going here.
Yeah, well, I'm not even mad, and I've said that we've talked about this. We've talked about this at work.
so many times
in the apartment. First off, I'm spending way too much damn time with this guy. We work together. We play together.
You
and
dance
that's all,
together.
That's all.
Seems like you're dancing.
It's business and pleasure.
It's a lot of business and a lot of pleasure.
They said it couldn't be done.
That's what they
it
call
gets
you.
people in trouble, man.
The business
Yeah.
and pleasure boys.
Yeah.
Dude, that should be the name of our show.
Holy fuck.
The Business and Pleasure Boys.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Ooh, that's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man. That's
Say-
pretty good.
call
What was
it-
the other name that you came up with? No boys. What was it?
Oh yeah, boys club, some girls allowed.
Yeah, Boys Club, Some Girls Allowed, a comedy show. That one's
Yeah.
really good too, though. Yeah. So this guy has, and this is not like Clay gets a decent amount of sleep most nights. I have a bone to pick with like some of the how you get to sleep, not because of like it's annoying me, but it's because I think it's like really bad for your brain.
Yeah.
Which is like only falling asleep in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And like, so like that's a whole
I'm
other
an
thing.
iPad baby, except I'm 25.
How many hours you ringing up on a regular night, Clay?
For sleep?
Yeah.
Shit, man, I don't fucking. It varies
He
everywhere
looked
from
at his
like.
room before he answered this.
Yeah,
He's like,
no,
how much time do I
Well,
spend
no,
in there?
he's got a stenographer in his room who just goes, yeah, it's actually 5, 6 a few
Yeah.
nights
He's
ago
got a
on
sleep judge
average.
in there.
Yeah.
It goes from like at least 3, at most 12.
Okay, that's a pretty big range. That's
know.
like,
I would average it out at like 6 hours a night.
pretty good.
Possibly, yeah.
it's okay.
I think that's still less than what the old doctors recommend.
8
but
hours is what they want you to
Mhm.
get.
I don't trust those fucking guys.
I don't trust those
That's true.
assholes. And that's why I've never gone.
Yeah, doctors are
yeah,
for
I
people with
adult
insurance.
life.
I trust my instinct, and I think I have
Yeah.
prostate cancer.
That's why I keep sticking my finger up my ass.
Yeah, it's not because I like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to push
Which
it.
I do.
I'm
I
trying to
do, but
You're doing
Try-
science.
yeah.
I'm trying to pick it out. The prostate cancer.
It's like it's earwax. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out there.
Can we just
Yeah.
talk about I know you're getting to something here, Tommy, but
Have you ever popped
picking
a
your nose.
prostate?
Nah, picking your nose is fun as hell. And
Dude,
no,
picking
I've
your
never,
nose rules.
dude.
It's
When you
maybe
get a
my
good
favorite
one,
thing.
when you get a good one, feels like your whole brain's
When you
coming
get a good
out.
one, that's when it's just to find Meg Griffin's head and rub it right on that bitch. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that's a little Family Guy reference for you.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Calling Meg from Family Guy a bitch.
Yeah, you gotta find that bitch Meg Griffin.
I'm about to demand an apology from you right now.
Oh, come on, man.
Don't call her that.
Are you guys watching a lot of Family Guy in the apartment?
No.
Not even.
Don't
Our
be
boss,
defensive and weird about it after
Hey,
you just make
Grant, first off, go fuck yourself. Second off, I got another tangent. The CEO of Bathhouse likes to show like workers Family Guy funniest moments clips in like The Office.
So boss.
And nobody's into it but him, and it's like the funniest thing to like walk by and observe.
The reason no one's into it but him is because I'm never over there when he's doing it. Soon, because he called me Clint the other day, and I was just
He's
like,
been working there for a year.
sure.
Yeah, he goes, "Hey, Clint," and he's like, "What's up, man?"
He gets it right 50% of the time. I can't,
Yeah.
Dude.
he's a busy guy.
You can't cash 50% of your checks.
Dude,
Clint on 'em.
Which fucking guy? Who is this guy?
yeah. All right.
Clint
So
T.
sleeping.
Parks.
Yes.
Clint. So Clay cannot, and this goes to Cave too. They cannot get up with their alarms, and Clay, you're trying your best. And granted, I will say you are getting a lot better at it.
That's true.
You know, you're making a lot of progress. But there was like a month period where Clay would have
insane thing
he
that one of
would
your
have-
boys has to look out for you on. Like, hey, just alarms don't work on him, man.
Dude, he would have.
No, they
he would
don't,
have-
dude.
Bro, he would have 3 alarms go. He bought 2 extra alarms.
Yeah.
He has a burner phone because when
Just for an
you
alarm.
lose your other phone.
Well, yeah,
sometimes.
when my other phone explodes or gets stolen by a child who cash apps himself $1 million.
So then he's got a burner phone on hand, loud ass alarm. He's got an alarm clock across the room, and then he has his iPhone.
So
All
you try and do the thing where you set it up across the room, so you have to get up to turn it off.
Yeah.
Is that
Here's what
yeah.
happens though. Is I wake up. So these
So Tommy
alarms-
has to get up.
I'm in the other room. These alarms. I'm hearing 3 different alarms, and because I'm not a heavy sleeper. I think I'm a very medium sleeper, and these alarms take about like 15 minutes to reach my brain. There maybe 10. You know, where I remember being in my dream and I'm hearing a lot of noise. Because when I have my alarm, I'm just right away. It goes off and I just, I'm right there because I have anxiety. So I kind of hear like these alarms in my dream, and then I kind of wake up and I'm like, oh, those are Clay's alarms. And I'm like, and then I give him 5 minutes because I'm just like, I believe in him. And I'm like, he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, he's not, I don't think he's doing it. So then I go into his room. Ryan, you had a question?
I just want to say I have a solution for this at the end, but I want to hear.
All right. Yeah. Well, we would love to.
I would love
Because
a
we looked up like
solution.
sleep studies and psychological studies. We don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
I got the
So
perfect solution for you.
So then I go into Clay's room, and it's just so loud in there. It's just like.
There's a cuckoo clock going
It's
and
like
hitting him
11
in the
different
head.
noises.
There's like so many noises, and he's
Yeah.
just like in his boxers, curled up, sleeping.
Like this,
And I'm-
the soundest sleep you've
Yeah.
ever seen.
And I'm
Got
just
the
like,
pillow
Clay.
over his head.
I'm just like Clay, and then he finally gets up. He's like,
yeah, I
like,
get scared.
and
You
I'm
wake
like,
up scared. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good
Horrified.
instinct to be scared when you're awake and you're ready for anything.
Yeah, so sometimes I have to do that. There's been mornings where I've had to do that to Clay like 3 times,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and then once I'm like, hey, man, you either got to get up or shut your alarm off. Like, pick. And then he's like, all right, you know, and I do kind of feel bad. I think everyone feels
I feel
bad.
horrible.
Because, you know, and I don't want to be coming into your room and stuff like that. And then,
I like
and then
that part.
so then, yeah, it is kind of fun.
Getting
Just
woken
see
up
the
by
fear
your
in-
buddy.
Yeah.
Just see the fear in Clay's eyes. And I wake him up.
The fear and then trust in Clay's eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I wake him up. I wake him up every morning. And I go, Drake, I'm drunk, because it's our favorite tweet.
Yeah.
If you know it, you know. And then so I get Clay to shut off his alarms, and then Cave then starts going through the whole process himself. So then I go into Cave's room, and Cave is sleeping on the floor, no bed for some reason.
Some nights he just won't blow up his air mattress.
Some nights he just doesn't. So he sleeps on the floor with like clothes on, and he's like in the corner. I'm like, Cave, and then he
Just
wakes
like
up
he
and
sleeps like an animal.
Dude, no, he literally, he's a guy who just passes out.
Dude, you guys are both cats.
Yeah.
You guys are just both my cats.
Yeah.
People are just like, would you consider getting a cat? And I'm like, I already have cats, and I love them a lot. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think everyone is getting a little bit better at the alarms. And you know what gave me a fucking like what fucked me up in the head? I do this whole alarm situation last week, and then I only get like 20 minutes more of sleep. So I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna ride it out, you know. So I'm leaving my apartment by like 8 in the morning, and I'm heading to work, and we're on a floor walk up, and I'm walking down, and I just hear down the stairs other people's alarms going off, and nobody's shutting them off, and I'm just like, get up for work, guys. Isn't this stressing you out?
Tommy's knocking on doors.
Guys, go to work. We live in a shithole in Crown Heights. Let's get there on time.
You would be a good
everybody.
town crier.
Yeah, like people.
Like a guy.
They're
no,
coming.
not like that. But like a guy that stands in the center of town and
just
someone
cries.
So yeah, someone punches him in the stomach. And he's just like,
I'm the town crier. This is my
fucking
job.
The funny thing to me
I can't believe
about
you
the whole
elected me
thing-
for this.
I can't believe I
That's an
get
elected
paid
position.
for this.
The funny part about the whole alarm thing to me is that like Cave is way worse than I am,
Yeah,
but
he doesn't stay here.
he
that
doesn't sleep here all that often. He's usually in New Jersey, so
Sure.
With his 12-year-old girlfriend.
yeah. With his,
Yep, that
Yeah.
sick bastard.
what the fuck does Chris want? I'm gonna beat his
All right.
ass.
all right,
here's-
what's your
Here's
solution?
your solution.
Yeah.
Clay, do you have an Apple Watch?
No.
Get one, and then you sleep with it on, and you have the earphone connected to the Apple Watch, and then you can set
Yeah.
like vibrations
it'll
that just go
buzz.
fucking crazy.
He has vibrating going off on his phone.
Oh, yeah,
which
my-
I pro-
yeah.
No,
which
no,
I
no, no.
guarantee.
No, but it's on your body. You're gonna wake up. Like if
I don't know,
something's
man.
like
No,
He has
buzzing
it
man.
on
on.
your wrist.
Let me tell you this,
Dude, my
I-
phone will be like right here on my chest going off. and
No,
I'll just,
there's times where I have felt the vibrating from his phone. That's how close our rooms are. I've felt the vibrating from his bed,
Yeah.
seeps into my floor, and then my mattress,
It's-
which is on the ground.
buy
It's
a
from
cheap
my-
Apple
my
Watch and see if it
phone.
doesn't work. Like buy
I'll
a cheap
do- I'll
Apple
that.
Watch.
Let's do this. How about this? Cash App Clay PNG
Yep.
as much money as possible, and then I'll buy an Apple Watch with that, and then it'll
Mhm.
change my life.
So that is a little apology to demand something that's not. It's not bothering me that much. I'm mostly concerned because I'm worried that you can't get up for like an important thing.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have,
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna you might be a writer someday. You might,
Buddy.
you know.
Trust me, it stresses me out too.
What am I gonna? What if you have to go to LA for a job? What am I gonna do? Go to Los Angeles? Clay, get
That
up.
sounds like a movie. That sounds like a dang movie.
Yeah, what are you gonna hire me for your full-time alarm guy?
You texting me at the time I have to wake up and then not getting a response for 15 minutes and going, I gotta book a flight.
Yeah, I gotta get a flight.
Tommy's
dude.
ordering like an Uber Eats driver to your apartment to go wake you up.
And I'm
in
like,
LA.
just put Taco Bell by his window. He's gonna get up like a cartoon.
He'll smell
Yeah.
it like and
This
float through the air.
Yeah.
This summer, Tommy Bayer is waking up Clay.
Tommy Bear is the alarm clock.
The alarm man. The alarm boy.
The alarm man. And I'm just like,
Timothy Chalamet.
and he's also crying in the town square. Why am I getting paid for this?
Stop pinching me.
Why is everyone pinching me? Also, how is this a good living?
I'm getting paid $1 million
I'm
a
getting paid $1
year.
million to cry in the town.
Well, Tom, I am sorry.
No, it's okay, man. I'm sorry. You're getting better.
I'm trying.
He's getting a little better, so I just hope we can tap into whatever psychology it is to fix this.
I know how. I know what it is.
I think if you stay away from the screens, maybe.
I think it's either that or I need a lady to sleep next to me that'll hold me accountable for when my alarm clock goes off.
Cut to Tommy
Sleeping
Bugs
in my
Bunnying
bed.
Yes,
into,
exactly.
into Clay's bed.
I'm having
Yeah.
sex with Clay, and I'm just like, it's. So he wakes up.
Well, I'm not gay.
I'm not gay. I'm a good friend, and I just want to make sure he gets on time for
want
the things
him
he needs to get on time
Build
for.
better
Yeah.
sleep habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just in a dress.
Yeah.
I'm in that dress we bought for
Yeah.
the sketch.
Yeah. It's
Nobody's brought
too
this
big
up
on
with.
You guys are just having. Oh, what?
Nobody's brought this up with like, you know how like conservatives are all angry about like cross dressing and stuff for like
Yeah.
like those dances or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it was, performances.
The drag story hour.
Drag stuff.
Do you know what's going on here?
No, I don't really know, but
Do you know what you're
I just
talking
know
about?
that they're angry.
That was a very
and-
Joe Biden-esque like rundown of the news.
Because I haven't watched anything news related
That's
in
good.
6 months, and I feel great.
No, that's very good.
But I'm
about the guys in dresses dancing.
nobody's bringing up that Bugs Bunny did that like all the time, and we all watch that, and
And we all love Bugs
yeah.
Bunny.
So why the fuck?
Yeah.
What's
This
the
is
difference
all-
between what they're doing?
You know
and
what?
Bugs
Maybe
Bunny?
they're pissed because he was tricking Elmer Fudd, which is who they relate to.
This is all.
Right?
This
They
is
were
all,
fine with that.
I know, but this is all very like Biden. Like, of course I'm cool with the trans community. Bugs Bunny's dressing up.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
everybody
Lady forever.
loves
That
Bugs,
was-
man.
yeah.
What's
That
up,
was
Doc?
fine. That-
It's
that
just
was all
weird that
good.
they're not. No one's brought that up and been like, also, this was fucked up that Bugs Bunny did this.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Well, it's because Bugs Bunny is a protected
Yeah.
citizen.
Yeah.
You
Is
can't
Bugs
make
Bunny
fun of it.
white?
He's.
Bugs Bunny's a white man, right?
You find out who rules.
Who's a rabbit?
No, he's a
You
white
find
man.
out who
Yeah.
rules when you find out who you can't make fun of, and Bugs Bunny's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you can't really-
untouchable.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny is like, I bet there's like a statue of him.
Yeah.
I bet there's a few important statues of the bugs.
And no one will ever knock that one down.
No.
Yeah. He's friends with Michael Jordan.
I'd like to
Mhm.
see them try.
I'd like
I'd
to see
like
you
to see
try
that
and make
try.
fun of Bugs Bunny.
I will march for that.
You
I will
try to
march.
roast his ass, you're gonna get shut down
Yeah.
quick.
He is friends with Michael Jordan. That's
It's
pretty
no
cool.
longer rabbit season. It's duck season. And
That's
you're
right.
the duck.
Yeah, you can
That's
make fun of Daffy. What's this anonymous listener apology?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, what I was saying, so if you want to submit or demand your own, go to wecoolpodcast.com, or introducing the great idea 150 episodes in.
Brought
we have
to
a
you
call
by
in line.
Chat GPT.
No, not true. 612-314-6469 to call in and submit your own.
What's that
And we
number
will
again?
play it on the air. It is 612-314-6469.
Is that your number?
No, it's just a phone number I set up through Google Chat to
Nice.
to catch
So
some.
people will leave in voicemails and then we can listen to them?
Yep.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
A
I like
new
that.
and innovative way for people to send us death threats.
Yeah, everyone who writes into this podcast is just like, yeah, here I got some notes. Here's what you guys can do better.
Yeah.
And we're like, we know it's bad.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Quit trying
That's
to make
why
us
it's
make
called
it good.
Podcast.
Yeah, I'm hanging out.
We have
Pod
good
means
episodes and
bad.
bad episodes.
I mean,
yeah.
speaking of that, here is a note that we got. wecoolpodcast.com, or again, what's that number again? 612-314-6469. So write in a little something like this. I get really high and listen to your podcast. There was a really loud beep. I think you meant beep, but it says B-E-E-B. A
Oh, that
really
was
loud
with Freebird,
beep.
probably.
When Grant was messing with the soundboard. Again, soundboard was just shitting out on us. I wasn't messing with it.
Grant was fucking with it. It was working fine, and then he was like, "What if I just started pressing buttons?"
What if I poured vinegar onto it? I'm pretty sure it was from the podcast, but it could have been from the washing machine. Right. So,
Right.
come on.
Your
No.
wash is done?
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
I
will-
have some guys just write into the podcast and he's like, "What am I hearing? What's going on?
It does
either
say-
either your podcast is scary or the washing machine's scary. Either way, I'm too high."
And it
Yeah.
says, I want one of you to own up to it and apologize.
All right.
I'll say this. I'll own up to this not being an anonymous post. I sent this in.
It was your alarm.
I was trying to get some sleep and listen to your podcast.
Well, yeah, I mean, we edited beeps into that just to show the different. Well, I did. I shouldn't say we. To show that there
I
was
did.
time breaks and time. Yeah, Tommy hacked into my computer.
I secretly
and
do everything
edited,
for this podcast.
and edited the podcast that he wasn't on.
Well, here's the thing: we let Grant think that he edits it, and then Tommy gets rough copy,
Yeah.
and then I get the final draft, and I
Well,
fuck
Grant,
around.
There's a
Grant
whole deep
editing,
state
Grant
of this
editing the
podcast.
podcast is like when you let a Down syndrome kid run the football, and you know, you just let him think he scored a touchdown, you know. But then Ryan's the coach, and he's like, all right, let's give it to the star.
Yeah, all right, now let's take that 7 off the scoreboard because we all know that didn't really count.
No,
Yeah,
Ryan's
that
the guy.
was fun for him to like. Grant doesn't even have a computer.
I'm pulling the strings, Grant.
No, Ryan's the
Grant
guy.
doesn't have a computer. He just has one of those toys that says the cow goes moo.
Yeah, it's Fisher Price.
It's
And my
Fisher
laptop's
Price.
a Fisher Price MacBook Air.
I'm the coach if the coach.
Yeah.
I'm the coach if the coach also had Down syndrome. It's just, and
No,
then there's a
yeah.
real coach behind me who's like, all right, don't call that play out.
You're the guy. You're the guy who didn't get the memo and just goes up and fucking stuffs me against the backboard. Have you guys seen that
Yeah.
video?
Yeah,
When
dude.
they give it to the special needs guy.
Oh
one
yeah,
guy
the
just fucking-
wheelchair.
I like seeing everybody's reactions to the
And
guy.
they're just like,
what the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
And then there's
Why
like
would you
He
do that?
lays him out, dude.
And then there's just like one woman in the audience who just starts like laughing really hard. It's like
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
If
that's
you-
his mom. That's the kid in the wheelchair's mom.
If you don't
She's
know-
like, he actually sucks. Okay, he's
Yeah.
actually kind of an asshole.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's a viral video, heartwarming, where
Dude,
they
I
give
saw-
the disabled kid a basketball to run a play, and
Wait,
then
there's
somebody
a
just
different
comes.
one?
No,
There's-
the one
there's
with
the
the
football
wheelchair.
one.
Oh,
It's
that's a
the
I thought
football.
you
It's
guys were
football.
talking
Yeah,
about-
no, it's football. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I
The
was talking about the
football one.
basketball
There's a
one.
no,
'Cause
yeah.
There is a basketball one,
Yeah.
but I thought the biggest one was the football one
Yeah.
where they lay the fucking guy
Yeah.
out.
So
Oh,
the
shit,
kid,
I
the
did not
special
see that
needs
one's
kid is
funny
running a
as shit.
play, and
That
then
one's crazy.
one of the opposing team's players doesn't get the memo and just fucking truck sticks
Dude, his
him.
teammates were like,
Flattens him.
"What the fuck, dude? No."
Everyone's
No,
pissed.
Yeah.
And he's like big dog in this kid too. He's just like, fuck you.
And then he looks in his face and he's like, "Oh, okay, all right. Those eyes are a little far apart for me to be doing this."
He needs
Okay.
to apologize.
Yeah.
He does.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I was talking about the one where someone blocks the shot of the person in the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one too.
That one's classic.
That one's great.
It's great. That one's just good fun.
That's just funny.
That's just
Yeah.
family fun right
Well,
there.
that's the same as like when Kanye was playing against the wheelchair league.
Was Kanye like putting in work?
Yeah, he was
Dude,
just
what?
fucking crushing these. Have
This
you guys read
sounds
that
fake.
article?
No,
He did like a charity event and played like a wheelchair basketball game with all these special
Was he in
not
a
special
wheelchair?
needs, but like
Yeah.
yeah, he was in a wheelchair, but he was just fucking them up.
That's so sick.
Okay, what do you guys think? Can I run a bit by you real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys think about this as a bit? Okay, one time I was walking to Sisyphus, and over by the Basilica there was we'll say a houseless man.
A homeless guy?
Yeah, a homeless guy tipped over.
Unhoused.
He was
Yeah,
in a
what are we-
wheelchair.
what are we doing
I
right
don't
now?
know. I don't know. Can we just say homeless? Is that
Yeah.
like kosher
Everyone is
still?
saying homeless.
All right. Okay.
We've said Down syndrome. We've said retarded. We can't say homeless.
We
We've
have
said retarded?
No, now we have. Thank you. Thanks. Now I'll have to go edit. That's fun. So I saw this homeless guy, this homeless fuck out on the
a
street.
dirty homeless
Um,
guy.
all
Yeah.
right.
And he oh yeah, you're drawing the line.
Yeah, that's good.
He was so the sun was out. He was in a wheelchair. The wheelchair was tipped back, so he was like on his back, but he was still sitting in it, like.
Yeah. Oh.
But it was flipped at 90 degrees, so his back was on the ground, but he's still in the wheelchair. His legs are still up, like he's in it upright.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to mess with the situation. I didn't want to get involved. It looked
Yeah.
pretty
You didn't
messy.
do
So
anything?
so I just convinced myself that that's how people in wheelchairs sleep.
It's like when you see a horse sleeping and you're like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how
You
you do
saw a
it.
turtle
I
on its
looked-
back, and
I
you
put
said,
a blanket
"Fuck
over
that."
him,
Yeah.
over the whole wheelchair.
Was he asleep?
I hope so.
You
would be the
gotta
best
help that
case
guy,
scenario.
dude.
Yeah, it's not like
Dude,
he's gonna
he
be
looked-
kicking trying
He
to get
looked
up.
pretty pleasant, honestly.
I helped a homeless guy on the train. He fell off. He fell off the chair. His thing. I had to pick him up, and you gotta pick him up. And then while you're
No,
picking him up,
actually,
you go,
you don't.
"Ugh, this is
Yeah,
a mistake."
you don't have to.
You get a whiff of piss, and you're just like,
you
"God
gotta get the whiff
damn
of
it."
piss though, man. It's
yeah, it's there anyway. You're
it's
already
there
on the same
anyways.
car.
It's yeah. You gotta
Well,
help him.
I'm gonna try that. I tried that once on stage last week, and it kind of went all right. I'm gonna try it like 4 more times until it just bombs hard enough for me to be like, yeah, people don't like it when I talk about this.
I think it's really
it's
funny.
funny.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I like it a lot.
I wish I saw it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of fun to think that that's how people in wheelchairs sleep, though. Like they get into their bed with the wheelchair.
You see a guy with crutches just slumped over on his crutches. He's standing up.
They're like a Bionicle, and that's just their like that's just like their
Yeah, they're a
wind down.
droideka from
Yeah.
The Phantom Menace.
They're like, time for me to go sleep mode.
They have
All the
their
way back.
wheelchair. A person who's not homeless and is in a wheelchair, they just put their wheelchair in a bed. You know, like they're just like.
Yeah.
You will have someone go, I'm sorry, but you didn't help a houseless person. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right, thank you so much.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. Like,
How are you helping though?
by reprimanding me about this
Here's the
joke.
problem with houseless. I don't know anyone with a house.
yeah, I'm houseless.
It's like I don't know anyone who what are you talking about? Who has a house? No one has a house.
Yeah.
You got to say housing if you're gonna,
Yeah. Housing.
They're without
that's-
housing. This is a person without housing.
This person.
Yeah, because they do have a home. You know, home
Yeah.
is where the heart is.
Mhm.
You know.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That
If
is
I learned-
true.
If I
That
learned
is
anything
true.
from Joe Dirt, it's that home is where the heart is.
Mm-hmm.
I had a similar situation, Grant,
Okay.
where I saw someone who I probably shouldn't have laughed at, but I did, and I thought it was funny.
What's
that a
that?
show?
Just the two guys we saw.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was very funny though. No, I was at a show, and outside there was a very tall man grinding on a little person. and then the little person walked into the bar, and I couldn't stop laughing because I just saw them be grinded
They're
on.
grinding on the street.
Was
They're
the little
twerking.
person
outside.
was the little
Mhm.
person like into it, or were they like?
Yeah,
"Get
no,
the
they
fuck
were
off
they
me,
were
dude."
together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when
It
you
was, like,
grind with a little
consensual.
person as a able-bodied person, are you grinding like with the back of their head?
Yes, literally, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And
my
then they walk into the show, and I'm laughing, and Chris is there, and I'm looking at Chris, and he's laughing. And there's like 4 other guys who are laughing at me, laughing at this.
Yeah.
And it was just like a comic on stage like got tripped up because he saw us laughing and then saw what we were laughing about,
Mm-hmm.
lost his place, and then had to be like,
You
all
love
right,
to see
and
it.
then made a really good joke,
Was
and then
was it Assad?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
Assad, and then he made like his school shooter joke, and the little person went, that's right, and dude, it was
Oh my God.
Just crushing harder than anything a comic will say. All
yeah, and I was just like, I shouldn't laugh at this. This shouldn't be as funny as it is to me.
Yeah, they're a mismatch getting horny on the street. That's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The unlikely mismatch being horny together.
yeah.
Mhm.
If I was gonna say something really bad, I'm not gonna say it.
That's a fun sight.
Yeah.
It's a fun size.
Yeah, I'm into that. That's fun size. I'm into that. All right, Grant
Yes.
Winkles. You got a listener apology there?
We did it. The guy,
Oh,
the
oh,
beep.
I thought
Oh, that's
thought
the
we had
high
a-
guy.
I thought we had another thing.
we're
well,
sorry
I
for the
mean,
beep.
we do. Well, we could, but oh wait, did you want to talk about the Dalai Lama? The Dalai Lama apologized.
Yeah, he was getting.
That, I mean, that shit's weird, dude.
I think it's cool that he said that only a hot woman. You did a bit about this, but only a
yeah.
hot woman could be the Dalai Lama if a woman were to be it.
Yeah.
I think a hot woman would have gotten away with that way
Yeah.
more than he did.
Probably.
I think. Did you see his apology?
So what he the one that you tweeted out. So what he did, if anybody's behind the news, he asked a little boy to suck his tongue, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, suck my tongue.
Did the boy
As you
do it?
to little boys.
Oh yeah,
No.
dude. Yeah,
Did he?
I think so.
I would suck the Dalai
Oh,
Lama's tongue.
Come on, you're a little boy. You're on the Dalai. What?
Tiny
what?
baby little boy.
You're not gonna
What
do
you're
it.
what you're not gonna do it?
I would do it 100%.
Come on, man.
I would do it now.
Yeah. Did you see the Dalai Lama's real apology though?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No.
He was just like, it was like, Your Holiness has a sense of humor and likes to play around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
push
it wasn't
boundaries.
like phrased exactly
It
like
would.
that, but
It kind of was.
it was
though.
like His Holiness played too much.
Yeah.
And wasn't it a Notes app apology? It like
Yeah.
truly
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. 100%.
Dalai Lama notes app apology. He played too much.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
Sorry for wild, not a little too much, little
Yeah.
boy. I
Sorry
was
for-
kidding.
Yeah. Sorry for sucking your penis. I'm joking around.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
just-
not.
I'm
That's
the
not
Dalai
cool.
Lama and
That's
I'm
not
playing.
cool, Llama.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if at like Catholic Mass they put the Notes App apology from the priest that just got kicked out of the church.
I'm a priest who likes to push
screen.
Boundaries. I'm a priest who pushes boundaries over the course of my 2,000 years. I've made a lot of
mistakes.
I've made a lot of bad prayers. Some good, some bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, he knew cameras were rolling too. Like, what is this? He just doesn't. He really thought it was chill.
Here's the thing, man. Is I feel like didn't Joe Biden do a similar thing?
Not
he was like, not let me suck on your tongue, but like,
Was he rubbing some kid's legs or something?
Yeah,
he's giving
shoulders.
Joe Biden,
I think.
Uncle
like
Joe. But that's Uncle
squeezes.
Joe.
and we just let it slide. And now that it's a man who's not an American white guy, now it's a big problem.
I honestly,
Okay.
I like this take.
It's probably dementia both times. Honestly. It probably is. Just like they're both old guys with dementia that are just
losing their minds.
I didn't know that the Dalai Lama could talk, so I was really surprised. I was like,
you didn't think he was allowed to talk, or you didn't think
I thought he was like a
physically
monk.
I kind of thought it's like the way
I think he has a lot of quotes. like a ton of quotes.
I thought he could talk, but just kind of like how Scooby can talk, just kind of
Raggy, will you ruck my tongue?
Yeah, he's like a dog and only has a few. He can only has a few sentences.
Yeah, he's eating his dolly snacks.
A big dolly sandwich.
He almost got his dolly snacked.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh man. I thought the dolly took a vow of silence. As well.
I legitimately did think.
I don't know why, but
Who's letting that boy talk?
I was like, bro, you can't be saying stuff.
But oh yeah. He's always like smiling, I don't know. I just don't. Why are
wipe
people
that smile off your face?
Yeah.
People like this guy so much? Does
Yeah,
anybody
what did he
know?
do?
What did he do?
He's the Padali Lama.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever went to Epstein's Island.
Oh yeah, come on, man. He's in there.
mean-
He's playing. He's goofing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's a painting of him in the same clothes he's wearing, but it is more like a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 hours of sleep.
Yeah. They just added high heels shoes on it. I'm talking about the Bill Clinton painting.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
that
where they
painting
made
is
him look
so
sexy.
weird.
Yeah, they did that with the Dalai Lama, but instead of putting him in a dress, they just added high heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
They put him in a Supreme hoodie.
That's the painting that I forced Brian Posehn to look at in the back of your car,
Yeah,
Ryan.
he got mad.
Yeah, he was mad at me.
Why would he be mad about that?
I think he's like
he didn't want to talk about
I don't
Epstein
think
with
he's a
us.
leftist
He
yet.
didn't want to talk about Epstein with me and Ryan.
I think it upsets a lot of people because it's like a brain-breaking concept that sucks. It's
Yeah.
like, so what? So everything is terrible and bad?
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah,
mean-
honestly, even talking about this Dalai Lama thing, it just feels like a bummer. It's just like I don't know. I just
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he did
I-
apologize.
and also I don't know where I stand because it's just like I don't know. I mean, I don't think that guy's genuinely probably a pedophile. Like I feel like he may just be like an old guy who's just being weird, who's just being fucking weird with a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, like when you're like a religious figure, I guess like that, you probably in his mind he's like, this is a child of mine. You know what I mean? So it's like it would be like if your grandpa did that to you, you'd be like, what the fuck? But you wouldn't be like, I think grandpa was trying to molest me. You'd just be like, I'm not going to talk to grandpa for the rest of today.
yeah. It's like, we'll see if he does this again next time I'm over, and then that's the second strike.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
get a
also,
few.
I don't even know if that's the right take.
Yeah,
like maybe he is a
I don't know.
pedophile. I don't really
He's
care.
probably
either
not
way.
a pedophile, but
Yeah,
still,
I don't care.
it's-
That's why I'm just making
Yeah,
jokes.
But it
I
just
really
bums me
don't
out.
know.
Even if he's not a pedophile, you still can't do that. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, I didn't like the video.
the
I don't
context doesn't really matter when it's telling a child to suck on your tongue.
Yeah, what else do we got?
What else do we
got to
got?
talk
I
about?
had to get in an argument with a white lady last night about how she can't say the N-word. Welcome to South Dakota. So that was fun.
What was the context of the argument? Were you saying
she said it? She said it twice, and I got upset.
You were like,
Well,
you can't
I think
say
she
that.
proved you wrong, Grant.
She did it. She did it.
She
Dude.
did it twice.
The more
That's
times you
okay.
tell me I can't, the more times I will say it.
So listen
She's
to
an
this.
overachiever.
Exactly. Yeah. I was in Watertown, South Dakota last night. Very fun show. Shout out to some people who were interested in the pod. So if you're listening after that, thank you for listening.
Nice.
But this lady, we were being friends. And kind of drinking at the bar together and hanging out, and she was like selling stickers for me and stuff. It was cool.
That rules.
And then, we hang out and drink long enough for her to bring up Trump, of course. And and I start going, hey, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. Maybe we should just be friends and not get into an argument that's going to end the night.
What was her entry?
Well, this is how it went.
Into Trump.
This is how it went. There was another comic there who lived in the air. He had like an open mic or something, and somebody said something about him being Jewish, and I turned to him and I go, "Are you a Jew?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "No." Like a harsh reaction from him.
Nice.
Ew, no.
Yeah, which gross. Which first, what? No. What?
And he threw
What did
up
you just call me?
everywhere.
No, he didn't. He didn't really react that bad. I'm embellishing. But then this lady goes. She turns to me and she's like, "What? I can't believe you would ask him that. I can't believe you would just say it all cavalier like that." And this is we've been chummy. And I just turned around. I'm like, "What? That's not a big deal at all to ask if somebody's Jewish."
Yeah.
I know
ask
it's
people
a
if they're black all the
I
time.
know it's a huge deal. And then from there, she
Hard to tell
says the
nowadays.
N-word twice.
She
In
does?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so
Wait,
she
hold on.
Bring him
she
back.
takes that
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
I know,
You're
no,
skipping
I'm
over
not,
some
that's
important
the thing,
parts
I'm
here because
not. I'm
you're like, it's a pretty big jump to go.
She's
questioning-
so now you guys are seeing where
Yeah.
I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So
But
we
what's
get
the
into
content? Like,
so
how did
this
she
is I don't know why exactly she said it, but she goes my blank, like soft A.
You guys are friends. You're boys.
And so, but I was
To
like,
you, she's
yeah,
calling
she
you-
she just said that, but she wasn't saying it to me. She was just saying it. And then I
Oh.
turned because last time I was here, a guy said the N-word to me after my set, and I go, this is just what we're not exaggerating when we talk about these road gigs. When people say this shit to us, it happens constantly. And
Nobody's ever said it to me, so I
That-
don't know.
no
I feel
way.
like this
Dude,
might be a
I bet
you-
you
I
somebody
think, I
has
think
said
this
it
might
to
be
If
a you
someone's
thing,
not
right?
saying it to you, you're saying it to someone.
They're saying it.
the call is
about
coming
you.
from the inside the house. Okay, but so what?
It's like
So I turned to David because I told
I don't
him.
know. I'm
What?
sorry. I just thought of those you wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah, like the FBI
Yeah,
warnings.
it's like you wouldn't say the N-word.
You wouldn't download
You wouldn't.
the N-word.
Why would you illegally download music?
Oh, that's funny, dude.
All right,
Are you gonna
man.
make that tweet?
Um,
Are you gonna do that?
No, I'm not gonna make that tweet.
You wouldn't say the N-word.
You wouldn't say the N-word. And then why would you download the Strokes album?
That's funny because all the guys who were using LimeWire were for
Yeah,
sure
we're
saying
for
the
sure
N-word. And they'd be like,
100%.
"Yeah, I would. I do. I'm saying it right
All right.
now."
Honestly, if Clay tweeted that, half of his guys would be like, "Yeah, I would."
They would think it was a real thing. So she says it, and I think she's probably just trying to get her eyes out of me, honestly. But I turned to David Freeberg, who was there with me, and I go, "I told you, is this kind of room.
I told you, man.
Look at where we're at." And I go, "Hey, don't say that. Stop saying that word. You can't say that." She's like, "I have a black friend. She says this to me. I have a black friend. It's
Sweet.
okay." And
Uno
then
reverse.
and then and I go, "Well, I don't really care, and I don't think you can say that word." And I'm like, kind of just not letting her just I'm like, "Can we just stop talking about it? You're not going to convince me that I should be cool with you saying the N-word." And then it went to, she's like, "Well, I'm such a Donald Trump supporter and all this stuff." And she turns to us and she's like, "Do you guys think Black Lives Matter? Do you believe in Black Lives Matter?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's disturbed by this. She's like, "Oh, do you think all lives matter?" And I'm like, "I mean, yeah, but also what's the
Which is literally the whole
That's the whole thing.
Well, but
whole
no,
thing.
I'm going to her because this is what's so fucking annoying about these fucking Trump people. So many people have said it. They are the ones who are like the snowflakes because I was playing ball with her and going, hey, I still want to be friends with you. You can be the biggest Trump supporter in the world. Maybe your one black friend is cool with you saying the N-word. Can we just drink this beer and like not talk like this? And she is like deeply disturbed that me and David believe in Black Lives Matter. Like she's like this
Witchcraft.
what? Like what? And I just and I'm like,
She's
lady.
like, no.
Yeah, no, for real. She was getting like that. And it's like
She's like, I laughed at you tonight. And now I
Which
find out that
means-
you're a terrorist?
And I'm here, dude, I'm here being like super open to her horrible ideas. And I can't just be like, yeah, I think black people are chill and you shouldn't say the N-word as a white person. And she's like, this is our country, the state of our country. And it's like, what? Just fuck off forever. Like,
Dude, I wish I had a backbone like some of you guys.
well, then at that point, I
would-
had to
yeah.
be like, then at that point, it was like, David, let's finish our beers and like go somewhere else so we don't have to do this. But because David likes to argue and he likes to fucking play, he likes to do straw man and devil's advocate and
Yeah.
shit. And I saw him digging in with this woman and like starting to do logic with her. And I'm like, no, I'm
You
not going to
can't,
allow this
dude.
to happen. Like,
You gotta just let them cook and then
But
be
it
like,
is-
yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm kind of more in the camp of like, fuck off, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
because I was like, look, we've had a fun time already. Can we just not hate each other over this one conversation and just leave and know that we disagree with each other? And she's like,
Yeah.
which I think is actually fairly, probably not going far enough for somebody in my position. But also I think it's like you're showing a willingness to let them be and have their own political beliefs and
Yeah.
stuff. And then she doesn't have the same for me. You know,
Yeah. Right.
and it's the same thing that she actually has a problem with too, is that like I'm too sensitive, but she won't allow for the fact that what I believe is like a legitimate point of view.
Right.
And it's just so fucking frustrating because everything they accuse everybody else of doing, they're 100% guilty of in their own way, and they just
Yeah.
can't see it.
The hypocrisy.
Yeah, sorry
The
to
hypocrisy
get
is-
into the political corner here,
Yeah.
but it did annoy me. And it's like you have a good show, sell stickers, have fun, free drinks, and then something like that happens at the end of the night, and it just fucking puts a weird taste in your mouth.
yeah, that
and
lady
it's-
sounds like she sucks.
Yeah,
man.
and we were having a good
Oh, yeah.
time.
Yeah. I wouldn't, dwell on it.
No,
mean,
I know, but it's just
Yeah.
like it does suck that you do have fun out on the road, but like, dude, a lot of people like that.
No,
are
yeah,
out
you
there.
have, it's well. Also, you're bummed out too because then you're walking away, because you go do comedy on the road and you are performing in front of a lot of conservative and racist people, and no one
Yeah.
likes to claim that they're racist, and everyone like racism is this thing that exists. We all know it's real, but no one is racist themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you are doing comedy on the road, you are performing in front of people who are like actively participating in that shit more than
Yeah.
more than
And I
other
will say,
people.
too, it's-
and you have these conversations with them, which I've done many times. Then you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, I just performed in front of I just made a bunch of people who actively do not care about like anybody who I love.
Yeah.
Laugh and have a good time. I made money off that, and now I'm driving home going like, is that what? Where?
Yeah.
Am I good? Am I bad? Like, what the fuck? You know,
And
it
then
fucks
it does
with your head a
feel-
little bit.
and it fucks with your head too, because like what I'm saying, it's like
Damn, you guys
I'm
think a
willing.
lot.
I'm willing to like kind of meet them halfway and be okay with them being Trump supporters and shit, and they aren't willing to extend that courtesy to me, which is like fucking just hypocritical, and it's stupid. It's like they claim that all this stuff is ruining the country, and it's like you hate us more than we hate you. I think. I mean, that's probably not true for like the extremes.
I don't think that's true. Yeah, I don't know
but
if that's true, but.
no,
I don't
but
know. I feel like
well,
you just turn it into a game. You go, all right, you can say that, but every time you do, you have to buy me a beer.
well, I mean that would you'd be getting a lot of beer. I also had a
Yeah.
free tab already, so then we're
Dude,
just
I don't
letting
drain
then we're just
their
letting
pockets.
Yeah,
Take their
true.
money.
Drain the swamp of their pockets.
Make that bar more money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to say one last thing. There are also what's nice about the road gigs too is like the few pockets of liberal people in these towns do come out and see the comedy shows too. So you're there performing for them. as
Great
well.
people.
like,
There's
like
some,
good people who do have good
some
politics.
not so good people.
Great people on both sides.
Great people on both sides. Bad people both sides.
Classic. A classic.
Yeah. No, that's
yeah.
tough.
So
I
that
don't
was
know.
annoying.
God, you guys struggle with morality so much more than I do. I'm a
I
bad
mean-
person, I think.
I don't think.
Well,
no.
like, what are you gonna do in that situation, Clay? Like, really, if there's a white lady saying the N-word to you in South Dakota, there's no black people around.
Dude,
Are you jumping in? Are you saying it
No,
too?
no,
Are you
no,
taking
I'm
the
not-
pass?
I'm not gonna jump in, but I would definitely be like, I don't know. I just feel
You're
like
like,
I
let's
wouldn't be
hear
like,
this lady
hey,
out.
don't say that. Like, 'cause
You wouldn't
I
say
don't-
that?
I don't like confrontation
Yeah,
at all.
I think
so
if you
I'm
do,
just kind of like, oh, that's weird, and then I would just kind of try to remove myself from the situation,
yeah.
like 100%. Just like go to a different place.
I've just been out there enough recently where I don't.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll have the confrontation. I don't give
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fuck. Like walking away, I've done the walk away thing enough, and I'll be like, it's not gonna matter either way. I can leave in 5 minutes if I want to. I'm gonna tell this lady. I'm gonna tell this white lady to stop saying the N-word.
I'll
I'm doing
I'll
it.
take that confrontation too, Grant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Thank
give
you.
me a big old bowl of confrontation. I'll eat it. I'll slurp it up.
I'm just at a point where I realized I can't change anyone's mind.
I'll cry.
Yeah.
and
I'll cry right in her face if she says that. I swear to
Town
fucking
crier,
God.
baby.
You want to what really fucks up a white lady saying it is of tears.
Start crying.
Grown ass man tears.
Yeah.
I go,
No, dude, she'd love it.
No.
Liberal tears.
Yeah.
and I cry at the bar until the fucking fire department shows up and fucking
Sprays you with water.
sprays me with more water, which
You're just wet.
with more tears.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
just
I'm getting my
getting more
little
tears.
butt sprayed pink right at the bar, and in North Dakota it's still cold out there.
Yeah.
You're naked.
I'm naked. She's saying the N-word. I'm crying, and I'm going, "Is this what you wanted?"
Because when you start crying, you start taking your clothes off.
When I start crying,
You
when
get
I get
hot.
ups-
You get warm.
when
so
I
you
get
got to
upset-
take all your clothes off.
Yeah, I immediately start taking
You
off
start-
my clothes.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
If there's one thing I know about Tommy, it's
I
that
start
when he
jerking
cries,
off.
he takes his clothes off. Yeah,
Like if you
it's
want to start
hard.
being racist, I'm gonna start jerking off at the bar.
Because that, to me,
Yeah.
that's as acceptable
That's how
as
you
you being racist here.
That's how you fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna do that?
You're gonna make me uncomfortable. I'll make
guess
you.
what? I'm making you
as
uncomfortable,
uncomfortable.
now. Okay, now I'm committing sex crimes. I'm not allowed
Mm-hmm.
to perform in many regions in the Midwest.
Well, you hop on stage, so it counts as part of the performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like you can smoke a
smoking
cigarette on stage.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can
Beat
piss
off.
directly into my mouth.
I do know a guy who jacked off doing a set during a set.
Really?
Late
He was,
night.
like,
He got on his
butt-ass-
late night set.
He was butt ass naked jerking off. I think the whole theme of the show was like everyone did that.
I've heard of those shows.
Yeah, it was like a. I think the whole thing was like.
Was it
poking
like a
fun at
sex show?
Louis. I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know.
I
It's
know
like an
that.
LA
I know
thing.
that guy.
Yeah.
I know
that guy is very funny.
He is really funny.
But I think the whole thing was poking fun at Louis, and he was just butt ass naked jacking off.
But
while
everybody
doing
like
comedy.
it's like this. It's like a naked show. Everyone like signs a
Yeah.
waiver
Yeah.
where they're
What
like
was
they
it? Was
they
his dick hard?
It was blurred out in the video that I saw.
Yeah, it was. I didn't. Yeah, you didn't see.
There's
Yeah.
a video of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like a
It's on Live Leak.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a cool thing because then everyone consents to being part of like a
Right.
weird space.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You know,
I don't. It doesn't
That's-
sound
that's
that cool
not-
to
that-
me. I'll be honest. I
not
don't
what
think
I
it
do.
sounds. Cool.
I would never. I
that's
would
not
never,
what I do when I'm at the bar.
I don't
do
think
that.
I could
That's
get
scary.
hard on stage. Do you guys think you could?
I don't think I could be soft on stage, baby. The way I do it, the way I do comedy, I don't think I could
I don't
be
think
soft
anyone
up
could be
there.
soft in the room.
I would just be so uncomfortable with everyone looking at my penis because I already feel like
Yeah.
you're looking at my penis while I'm talking.
Have
I'm
you
doing
guys
it right
ever-
now.
Clothed.
I'm looking at it right now.
Have you guys
Yeah.
ever had your penis exposed publicly, like, and somebody like was like, "Oh, haha"?
When I was a
look at his
kid,
penis.
When I was a kid, my best friend was a girl, and we went on a field
I'm
trip.
so glad I asked this question.
We were in like
Yes.
second grade. Her name was Carly Palmer, and I think she got molested or something.
Oh
because
my god! Oh,
we
come
were-
on, dude.
we were on top of this water slide, and we were waiting to go down, and she's like, she like asked to see my penis, and I was just like, what? I don't think. And she was like, let me see your penis, and then I was like, all right. And I showed it to her, and then she told everyone that I had a itsy bitsy teeny weeny penis.
I laughed at a kid's tiny penis one time. We were showering in the YMCA.
Yeah.
You know
was
who
like-
that kid grew up to be? No, Donald Trump.
I got my PP laughed at a lot.
I learned that it wasn't okay because the other
laugh at a
the other
penis?
kid I was hanging out with yelled at me. He was like, "Don't make fun of his tiny penis."
Speaking of
No way.
Yeah, and I was
Defended
like,
you?
"Yeah," and I was like, "That's my bad." Actually.
He was the meme, the guy in the classroom standing up.
Yeah.
Don't
Stop.
make fun of his
Yeah.
tiny penis.
He stood up
Speak-
for his friend, and I
He
was
stood up
like,
in the
"You're right."
classroom.
We were all friends, but
Speaking of being embarrassed publicly, last night I had a show.
Oh,
and,
Oh no.
no.
it
dude,
was
that
in-
photo you
it was
sent
in
was pretty
Isanti,
bleak.
Minnesota. I didn't realize it was a free show until I got there. Like the pay wasn't great, but I was like, oh, it should be all right. And I'm training this guy in at work, and he's like a good dude. He's like early 20s. He's like picking it up really good. He rides with me every day. I'm like, yeah, it's like a good dude. And he's like, you got any shows coming up? And I was like, nothing like until the summer. But I have like this one gig in Isanti this weekend, but it's probably not going to be that great. So just hold off. I get there. Of course, he's there with his friends.
Oh
And,
no.
The host goes up. Host actually does good. Jesse Ellis, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
he's good.
dude, I was really impressed with how he did with that room because it was like a chatty room and also like it's a free show. And then comic goes up before me and was just like a little too much for him. Like they kind of tuned that person out. And so then I go up and like
Who was it? I'll bleep it.
We'll talk. I'll tell you guys afterwards.
Well,
Just
I already got to bleep a bunch of stuff. So.
First 5 minutes of my set is just like it's just chatter, dude. And then like I start getting pockets, and so then the people who are talking start going, "Oh, it's quiet down a little bit," because other people are laughing. But it just fucking, dude. So now like like I could never get in a rhythm. You know when there's like just background noise like that, and you can never like get in
You
the
get
actual
distracted.
rhythm. I was just shouting my jokes the
Yeah.
whole time, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I did okay for what it was, but afterwards I went up to him and like his table and I was just like, yeah, man, I'll have to like get you tickets for like a real show. And it was like such an awkward.
Yeah.
Because like one of his friends was like, I mean, you did good. And I was like, I was like trying to tell them, I was like, yeah, I couldn't really like get in a rhythm and they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. They
Yeah.
just kind of like are
Yeah.
staring at me. And so now on Monday I'm gonna have to like go up to my boss and be like, yeah, I think that guy actually shouldn't even work here anymore. You know, like
I think he's stealing
yeah,
salt.
I think he's
Get
been
that guy
stealing.
fired.
He told me he was stealing like a bunch of fucking shit from the company, and that
Yeah.
he called a customer the N-word the other day.
And made him cry and jerk his
Yeah.
penis off.
Yeah, they're like, dude, I don't know. We talked to you yesterday. You said he was doing great.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but
Oh.
he's like not doing good anymore.
I
So
think I need to never see this guy again.
Yeah, I don't think I
Yeah.
can ever see that kid again.
This
but-
Yeah.
lady
Also,
last night.
he's got a gun and he's got the laser right on you right now.
He
he's a-
broke his
he's-
leg in the Kentucky
You're in
Derby.
the bird's eye view of his sniper.
He keeps bringing a gun into customers' houses and pointing it at their dogs.
and he keeps saying, "I did it on the last house, and I'll do it again."
Dude, there were
So
some
give me
hecklers.
snacks.
There were some hecklers last night. This one table was talking so loud, and I just turned to the lady. I'm like, what's going on? What are you doing back there? And she goes to me. She's like, you need to speak up. And she's talking so loud. She tells me to speak up. I'm on stage with a microphone doing stand-up comedy. She tells
Yeah.
me to speak up when she's been heckling the whole time. And I'm
No.
just like, lady. I just blew
You
up
gotta
on her.
speak
I blew
down.
up on her. I was like, shut the fuck up. And they left. I like screamed at
I
them and they
love
fucking
doing
left,
that.
dude. It was so awesome.
Dude, last night,
I got the crowd
You
to
guys
turn
must
on
just
them.
be getting so good though on the road.
Dude,
It's-
last
You
night
must have like a fucking 30-45 that's just tight, right?
Last night I asked the crowd, I was like, round of applause, how many people knew there was going to be a show tonight? And it was like most of the audience, and I was like, fuck!
Yeah,
I told him that too. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I was hoping it was only like 2 or 3 people. This isn't doing much for my confidence right now. I was like, why are you guys talking then? They just like kept talking. I'm like, awesome, dude. Awesome. Incredible.
I think they just like the idea of being at a show, but they still want to
Guess,
like
man.
hang with their boys.
Yeah.
Guess, but I don't know if I'm taking any more of those gigs.
Yeah, I'm
'cause
going
that
to
was
stay
kinda
off the
fun.
road. I need to come in off the road a little bit. It's been a little bit much for me recently. I'm getting worn down.
Dude,
worn
I'm
down
thinking
to a
about
little nub.
getting out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
I got a
It
gig
definitely.
coming up that I'm
I went,
excited about.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Clay's got a gig in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then,
Nice.
I went to.
Are you doing that festival?
The Asian comedy
Yeah,
festival?
yeah. They were like Clay Park,
Yeah.
Korean, and I was like,
The Southeast Asian
Clay June
Comedy
Park.
Festival.
I
Clay
just
June-
sent them pictures
June
of
Bong
me
Ho
high,
Park.
and they
Yeah,
were
they're
yeah.
they're like, wait, are you the daughter in Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Yes,
Yes, I am.
I am Laoi Shin.
Are we at an hour? Does anybody have a clock on that?
We're
Anybody
sorry,
got eyes
yeah,
on
we
this
are.
thing?
I
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
hope so, baby.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're there.
Pray
Well,
to
should we
God.
wrap
I
up?
haven't been timing. Are you guys
I'm
timing
a-
on your end?
No, probably. I'm a tired boy.
I sent a text to somebody
yeah,
at
we're perfect.
7:30,
When did we
We're at
start?
110.
and
We're at
it's
the exact length that this podcast goes.
nice.
Tommy, will you do me a favor? Buy
Yeah.
our domain name, our website domain name, and I'll get you back after this Friday for my half of that.
How much is it?
I don't know how much it is, but buy that, and then I will
Why
get you
can't- why
back
can't you
after
buy
Friday. Because
Why-
I need to save money until Friday because I'm poor right now.
I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah.
poor right now too, man.
No, I'm really poor. Right now,
I'll
so.
buy it. I'm gonna buy it and squat on it, dude.
If you
and it's
do
gonna be
that-
even more
Man.
expensive.
If you do that,
you can buy
if you
it
do
back
that-
from Grant.
If you do that,
Eh.
both of us will quit the podcast.
No, I'll do it more if he does it.
God damn it.
Because I'd respect his landlord, business,
yes,
billionaire
dude, my
mindset.
rent,
That's
my
kinda
rent
beast.
seeking behavior.
Yeah,
For real though,
it'd
can
be
you
such
look into how much that would be and buy that, and then I'll pay you back.
Maybe,
I'm gonna get
man.
in there. I'm gonna get in
Come
there
on,
and drive up
Tommy.
the cost.
I got a lot
What
of.
do you,
I
what do
have
you
a
got to spend? What do you got to spend your money on?
Hey man, I don't know if you know this, but I just got scammed.
I gotta buy more beer, and then I have to figure out how to get $500 back because I'm the dumbest idiot.
All right, well now I don't know if I want to buy it anymore.
yeah, this is you trying to get him to do something.
Yeah,
Try to be mean to him.
yeah, be mean to me about it.
Dude, I was telling somebody about that, and they're like, Jesus Christ.
the scam thing.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody about that,
Well, I told my mom.
huh?
Did it on the podcast,
Yeah, you
man.
did it on the podcast. Everybody knows
Yeah,
about
but
it.
guys, listeners.
Everybody knows. Yeah, the
Mike
streets
started
are
with the
talking.
same scam
guys,
recently.
guys, I know.
Yeah, dude, your
you talk
name is
about
on
our
the
lives
streets,
a lot on the
Tommy.
podcast, but I just want to make a quick announcement. Keep it to yourself. If you listen to this podcast, just keep it to yourself. I know I'm an idiot. I don't need that on the streets.
Yeah.
And I am actively putting it on the streets and promoting it on the streets. But if you're on the streets listening, and if you hear it on the streets, just go okay. Just say okay.
I actually got a message that was the exact same message that you got initially
And
on
you-
Instagram, and I looked at it and I went, I'm gonna learn from someone else.
Well, you looked at it and
Lesson.
went, "This is clearly a scam."
Clay was still super close to doing it.
And then it was
He's like
wait, didn't
really
this just
fighting.
happen to Tom?
He
I
had to,
literally
like,
read
fight.
it and I went, this sounds familiar. Where did I hear this?
Somebody
Just
I know.
Reply back, are you going to threaten to murder me?
if I ask for my money back.
Dude, I'll apologize to you for that. There was like a week in the apartment where I was like, I'm going to kill myself. I'm such an idiot.
It was so
And-
funny because he texted me and I'm like, don't do anything. Like, call me. Like, let's talk through
And then I
this.
call him in like 10 minutes. I'm like, I did it. Fuck. I'm like, fuck, I did it, dude. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, this podcast is brought to you by Manic Episodes. Sometimes you'll tap into one. You got to get out. You got to get out.
Or do you?
You might fall in, get out.
You might come.
You might come too fast.
You will.
Yeah,
Okay.
that shit was great. This
Hell
is
yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Any plugs? Any?
Tiny Boys, if you're in New York, come through. Tiny Boys X Nook 420 show.
That looks like a fun lineup.
It's gonna be
That looks like a good
fucking
show.
Crazy, dude.
I'm doing
Hell
that
yeah.
that night, and then I'm at the Stand doing comedy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Club spots.
Club spots.
Yeah. I would plug my North Carolina show, but I don't. They haven't announced it yet, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
Are you going with
we'll have you.
Wolfgang?
We'll have you back on.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Tight.
May 5th and 6th, if you live in Fargo, I'll be at the Front Street Tap Room.
Nice.
So come out
Who
for
are you
those.
there with?
I think Abshire.
Oh,
I
sweet.
think.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna be if you're in Duluth, John. I'm gonna be in Duluth Friday night. This Friday. If you're listening to this today, it comes out Friday night. The Gopher Hole Comedy Club. Yeah, and then next Friday I'll be doing a Don't Tell as well. So hit me up
Sick.
for those dates.
The cool the Don't Tell with the that they film on their Instagram.
No, not
that'd
yet.
be sick.
I'm trying to line that up. That seems like a good one, but yeah,
We'll get
just in Minneapolis. So hit me up about that.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna go take a shit.
Wow, you really you did a good job, man. You really held that in.
I'm about to. So good seeing you guys, and Tommy,
Subscribe to the pod.
look into the
I'll look
donate
into it.
thing.
I'll
Let
look
me
into
know.
it. I'll look
Let me
into
know
it.
how much it costs.
I know. I'll look into it.
And hold on, let me just ring
Sorry,
that phone number out
Called you stupid.
real quick one last time.
It's okay. I
Call
literally
in.
Don't care about anything.
Call in anonymous apologies 612-314-6469. Bye.
It literally doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
Doesn't. You can't hurt me. I don't give a shit. All right, bye.